What's up, YouTube? It's Near the Face. Sorry I didn't get any videos or anything out last week. I was sick, I could barely talk, had trouble, all kinds of bad stuff, so yeah, sorry about that. But I'm healthy now. Last week I went 9-4, which seems to be about the staple for these bunch of weeks. I don't think I've dropped below that more than once, which is alright, but I want to do better. So let's get right into my week 9 picks. There's some sketchy games out there this week, especially after performances last week. You know, I'm going to have to be a diehard for one of them, and you'll figure that one out pretty easily. But beyond that, you know, there's some sketchy games out there. So let's jump right into it. First one that I have on my list is Kansas City and Miami. Kansas City should win this one. They've been playing pretty well. Miami is still winless. Even going up against Denver, which they should have beat Denver. Denver should be winless, or one win, whatever it is. Either way, Tim Tebow sucks. Who knows, maybe if I do better than 9-4, I'll do a little Tebowing to make fun of him. After that, I have New Orleans against Tampa Bay. New Orleans gets the victory, even though they played like crap, which is going to leave the door open for Tampa Bay. They play like they did against the Rams. They're going to lose. But I see that being a fluke. I see that as them just not being awake. So I think New Orleans gets the win here. After that, I have Atlanta, Indianapolis. Indianapolis is still winless at 0-8. Atlanta, I think, has enough to take them out. Indianapolis has only proven to the world that they are the Indianapolis Peyton Mannings and not the Indianapolis Colts. So without Peyton Manning, they're nothing. After that, I got Houston and Cleveland. Houston gets the win. Cleveland has looked pretty good considering they are 3-4. But Houston has looked that much better and they're 5-3 because of it. So I'm picking Houston on that one. After that, I have Buffalo and the New York Jets. This one's kind of a toss-up. It could go either way. I mean, you are talking about Revis Island against one of the better throwing quarterbacks this year. But I think Buffalo has enough weapons plus Fred Jackson to make things happen and get the ball away from Revis' side of the field and still move it down really consistently. Buffalo gets the win for me. After that, San Francisco and Washington. Washington hasn't looked very good. Grossman, Rex Grossman is no longer starting with Jeff Beck. Hasn't had a whole lot of time to get spurred up other than the preseason. So he's got to warm back up to this whole system and to playing in that tempo. I don't think he's going to be able to do it against San Francisco. The 49ers get the win here. After that, Dallas and Seattle. Dallas, you can never count the win. Seattle, you can never count the lose. Between the two, I think Dallas has a better chance of winning than Seattle does. So Dallas gets my vote on this one. After that, and this is a 50-50 split, Cincinnati, Tennessee. I am torn. Cincinnati has a top 5 defense. Tennessee has made a mockery of top 5 defenses. So there's a chance that Tennessee pulls this one out. I actually think Cincinnati wins it. Dalton's playing really, really well. He's got a lot of weapons to work with that are pretty much unknowns, and I don't think that Tennessee can really pick them up that well. So I think Cincinnati comes out ahead on this 50-50 split. After that, Oakland, Denver. Sorry, Tim Tebow, your terrible slide of performance and ability to win continues because you're not going to win this one. Oakland gets the win. Carson Palmer has had a little more time to get used to the system, and they picked up one of his old favorite guys in TJ Houshmandzadeh. So Oakland gets the win. After that, New England against the New York Giants. New England got embarrassed by Pittsburgh. I see that as Pittsburgh just won their Super Bowl. Going to be a little emotionally depleted, but New England is going to be pissed. New England being pissed against the New York Giants team that has been more mediocre than their record shows. New England gets the victory here, and I'm going to say in fairly convincing fashion. It's not going to be very close. The only thing that's going to keep the Giants in it is going to be how weak New England's pass defense is. So, there you go. After that, St. Louis, Arizona. Both of these teams have not found a way to really win. Arizona almost beat Baltimore, except for they choked in the second half. St. Louis just got their first win over a very respectable team. So, when St. Louis beats New Orleans in football, something's wrong, especially in recent memory. I have St. Louis to win this one, even though they are the underdogs. I don't think that Arizona is going to be able to come back after all the effort that they exerted against Baltimore in a Monday night game. St. Louis is coming off, riding off of euphoria, and they're going to want to keep that feeling going. I think St. Louis wins this one in similar fashion to what they did last week. After that, Green Bay and San Diego. I like Green Bay in this one. They are undefeated. They are undefeated for a reason. San Diego's 4-3 for a reason. They had a terrible game against the Chiefs, and they have not been all that impressive all year. Green Bay, defense steps up a little bit more, and you're looking at another possible perfect team, perfect regular season. Maybe the first one to have a truly perfect season, including the after season. I don't see that happening, though. After that, Chicago, Philadelphia. Philadelphia is back on track. Michael Vick should be thanking his lucky stars, and so should Andy Reid. With that being said, Chicago, it could be dangerous, but I don't see him doing enough to cut off the edges for Michael Vick, force him to step up in the pocket without letting him get outside the pocket. When you keep Vick in the pocket, he gets sacked, he makes bad choices. When you let him have that option to run free like a horse or something, then he's going to make you pay for it. I don't think Chicago is going to be able to stop him on that. I think Philadelphia gets the win. And here it is. A lot of people are picking Pittsburgh on this one. Baltimore against Pittsburgh. Round 2. Ding, ding! Everybody seems to be picking Pittsburgh on this one. I don't understand why. Like I said, I think they just won their Super Bowl by beating New England in Foxborough. Yeah, they are coming back home, which does kind of help boost them up, but Baltimore is looking to make a statement that the last 2 games were just bad, that week 1 was not a fluke, and I see them going to try to strike early and put Pittsburgh on its heels. If Joe Flacco can utilize the shotgun no-huddle the way he did last week, I'd even love to see some pistol formation. I remember Delaware, he was pretty good with that. He was better with the shotgun, but pistol formation helps as well. It's halfway there. Honestly, this is going to be a close one. It's going to be knockdown, drag out. Even all the online predictors are having the score like 19-18 or 18-17. I'm picking Baltimore over Pittsburgh, 24-20, and it's going to come down to a pick 6 by either Ed Reed or Ladarius Webb on a flustered Ben Roethlisberger that goes to the house to make it 24-20. And it's going to be in the fourth quarter that it happens. It's going to be in the fourth quarter with about 3.5 minutes left. So, if that happens, guess what? I'm awesome. If it doesn't happen, well, I still think Baltimore has the option to win it. It's up to Baltimore's offense not to hand the victory to Pittsburgh, which we all know that they're capable of doing. They've done it in the past. I think they can break the mold this year. So, there are my Week 9 picks. I know it took a while, and I'm sorry again that I did not get a video out last week, or I didn't get my show either because I was still sick. Now I have the hiccups. So, I'll have actually, no, I won't because I'm working. I'll have my TV show on Ustream coming up in a couple of weeks. I will keep doing these videos, Have a good one. Rock on. And, yeah, go football.